about the parable of Sri Ramakrishna, where he compares the ego to a pitcher of water in an ocean, and how breaking it can blend the water inside and outside. Could you tell us something about it?
Sri Ramakrishna always explains extraordinary spiritual ideas using very beautiful, simple parables. Of course, they all have a tremendous depth, and perhaps the more and more you read them, think about them, you will get more and more insights. See, in spiritual life, the ego that creates the maximum problem, disturbance, etc. Ultimately, all sadhanas, in essence, if you say, mean the erasure of the ego completely. Whether it is jnana or bhakti or yoga, everywhere, that's a very major idea. So he says it's very difficult to get rid of the ego. You try it again and again, it surfaces. So then he says, if you have this type of ego where you are the devotee, or the ego of knowledge, or the ego of a child, they are not harmful. He says, supposing you compare the ego to a pitcher full of water, it's in the ocean. All around there is water. Inside also there is water. Yet there is a distinctive identity of the pitcher itself.
True.
So if you assume that the entire water is Brahman or God or Supreme Power, and the pitcher is the individual ego or the individual identity, although essentially there is a thin dividing line between the water of the ocean and the water in the pitcher, yet still there is a small identity. So that way, the devotee, although he is part of God, is a servant of God, everything is only God for such a devotee, still the devotee retains a little of that ego of devotion, and whereby keeps himself or herself as a little different from God, so as to enjoy the beauty or glory of God. Now, if the pot is broken, if the waters become one, that is merging completely in the knowledge of the non-duality. There is no distinction between the individual and the outside. There is only one. That is that unitary experience or the experience of the consciousness. So, if at all you have to retain ego, because it's very difficult to get rid of it, try to retain it as the ego of the devotee, where the devotee even feels a sense of pride. I am the devotee of God. I am always protected by Him. I am so good, so fine, so fortunate. That kind of a ego assertion does not bring down the devotee in any way.
Okay.
So one can retain that ego, but that is only like a very thin dividing line between the ultimate, that is God or the Supreme or the Brahman, and yet there is a sense of identity, a separate identity, that the pitcher is there. Even if the pitcher is full of water, this is in the ocean, just they are together almost, yet the pitcher has a small identity of its own. So even if at all you have to have ego, have it as the devotee of the ego, where there is a small individual identity is there, yet the devotee is completely surrendering to God and trying to be under His grace, under His command, under His protection, etc.
Thank you, Maharaj. I think it, to me, it throws light on what seems to be a very lofty idea.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for at least making it accessible in a way that we can appreciate it, Maharaj. Thank you so much.
Thank you.